Hey, what's going on, everybody, and welcome back to another live stream edition of the World Elite Podcast. I am your host, Dylan Abear. With me, as always, is the World Elite Trio. First, we got Jordan Johnson. Jordan, what is going on, man? How you doing today?
I'm doing great. Good pay-per-views this past weekend, so let's talk about it.
Absolutely. Got another big one this week. And of course, we got Blaine Arsenault. Blaine, how you doing today, man?
I'm doing good, man. Great to be on another week. It should be fun.
Absolutely. And then, of course, the man at the bottom needs no introduction, but of course, I'm going to give one anyway. If you tune into Circle of Debate, you see him just about every single night, or I should say just about every night. He was just on earlier today for the Monday Night Raw watch along on Circle of Debate. He is pretty much on every single night. We got the Redeemer, Justin. What's going on, man? How you doing?
What's up, you guys? Happy to be back here as always.
Absolutely, man. But we're not going to waste anyone's time. We're going to get right in to what we're talking about today. First, we are going to kick off with the first show of the weekend, and that was Forbidden Door. I didn't get a chance to ask Blaine before we started, but Blaine, I'm pretty sure you did not watch this show. You said you weren't. I wanted to know if you stuck to your word.
I stuck to my word. I haven't not watched it.
All right, so we are going to respectfully skip Blaine on this one since he did not watch the show. Jordan and I did watch it. I know Justin watched it, and I actually ordered it. I was getting ready to go on my little the illegal sites I'll watch them on, and it wasn't there. So I said, "Fuck!" I said either I don't watch it or I got to order it. So I said, "Well, I'm gonna order it." Well, I ended up ordering it, and at the end of the show, I kind of wished I didn't order it. So that kind of spoils my take for what we'll talk about for it. But the full card, before we hop into our thoughts, I'm going to start with the main card because I'm not even talking about 0 Hour, nor do I care about 0 Hour at all. We had Adam Copeland and Christian Cage defeated Killswitch and Kip Sabian. Kyle Fletcher retained the TNT Championship by beating Hiromu Takahashi. Mercedes Moné defeated Alex Windsor, Bozilla, and Persephone to retain the AEW TBS Championship. Zack Sabre Jr. Retained the IWGP World Heavyweight title by defeating Nigel McGuinness. Brody King and Bandito became the new AEW World Tag Team Champions by defeating the Hurt Syndicate and FTR. Kazuchika Okada defeated Swerve Strickland to retain the Unified Championship. Tony Storm defeated Athena to retain the Women's World Championship. Hangman Adam Page beat MJF to retain the AEW World title. And then the team of Kenny Omega, Kota Ibushi, Darby Allin, Hiroshi Tanahashi, Will Ospreay defeated the Death Riders of Claudio Castagnoli and John Moxley, the Young Bucks, and Gabe Kidd in the Lights Out Steel Cage match at the end.
I got you wrong.
We're gonna. Yeah, actually, you did not do that bad for someone who does not watch AEW.
Yeah, I got 2 matches wrong.
You actually did pretty good. Yeah, actually did pretty good. So we're going to start off with our guest on this one, Justin. I will let you kick off your thoughts on just the whole show. I want thoughts from start to finish. You can go match by match, give your thoughts, and at the end of it, give it a 1 out of 10 rating.
For the most part, I think I felt like I actually enjoyed this. I know there was like there was a lot of missed story like elements in this show. And to be honest with you, it didn't feel very Forbidden Door. Like, we know the concept of Forbidden Door. We're so deep into all of this right now that now we see this and go, you know, Forbidden Door, we see this every week on AEW. We get these people from other companies showing up here. So the Forbidden Door concept doesn't really apply when it comes to the pay-per-view portion because we see it weekly. But overall, I found myself mostly enjoying it for like as a whole. Like Copeland and Christian, I'm still not a fan of how much they rushed into getting them together. That's what the part that really disappoints me as a whole. Honest, and to me, I still have not found any justification as to why we should be like, yeah, I can't wait to see these guys back together when you've given me nothing to really back Christian as a whole. You're just kind of having Copeland accept the fact that, yeah, Christian's an asshole. This is fine. I'm fine with that too. Like, not really good on that whole thing. The dissension in the matriarchy already a little disappointing. Fletcher and Hiromu, just overall great match. I enjoyed it. Again, outcome was very predictable. Mercedes retaining. Who's really surprised at this point? Very unenthusiastic by the outcome of that. Very impressed. Very impressed by Bozilla and Persephone, though. They were very good in this matchup. And I don't know a single thing about those two, but I was very impressed with them. Zach and Nigel, great, especially when it came down to, you know, good old British Graps in the UK. Happy they didn't go with the stupid, everybody's talking about a Daniel Garcia heel turn. Thank God it didn't happen during or after the match, because honestly, it would have kind of brought down everything that happened there. Brodito winning the tag team titles. I was happy for that whole situation, but I'm a little, you know, confused and a little now believing all those reports that came out about the Hurt Syndicate thing. Now you can see that this is exactly what this was about, that FTR was not going to beat the Hurt Syndicate. The Hurt Syndicate, they were going to lose the tag team titles. We're not going to lose it to FTR whatsoever. That's the one plus I'll give it out of this as well. I think just the Hurt Syndicate putting over the young team, the new team, I like that better. So I wasn't disappointed with Brodito winning the tag team titles. Okada and Swerve, again, very predictable because we know Swerve is going out with an injury. They had to write him off. At least that's one good write-off angle they did that night. The return of Wardlow, oh, good Lord. I don't even want to. It was so random. Dude's been gone for years, and then all of a sudden just shows up and goes, man, feels good to come out of Guantanamo Bay. I'm here, guys. Let's just beat up some security guards one more time. Like, I ain't done that in years. Random. He's part of the Callis family. Cool. Like, is the Callis family going to actually do something? Is Wardlow going to actually do something? I don't believe it. It's just going to continue to be what the Callis family is. They'll be on TV. They'll get some wins here. They'll get some losses here. I don't believe anything's going to happen good for Wardlow. Tony and Athena, honestly, very good. It's just you wasted Athena's contract quick, and that's kind of disappointing. Yep. Hangman and MJF. Overall, good match. Hated the fucking goofiness in the middle of the match with the foot on the rope and the referee just passing out and counting the 3, but then just passes out. And because the match can actually continue because the ref didn't call for the bell, he just passes out, but then comes back with the foot. Mark Briscoe's appearance meant nothing. Such a goofy moment to happen in the scheduled main event, but overall match was just very good, and it's what you'd expect out of the unscheduled main event. Nothing but carnage, plunder galore. The outcome, I was not surprised, honestly, because Tanahashi's about to retire. I like that they did that with him, though. They let him get the pinfall, which was awesome. I hated the goofy after-match angle. Like, it was so dumb how they made 7 guys look so incredibly stupid by standing out there and going, oh man, we can't get through the door. Clearly there's no roof on the cage, but we can't get through the door. Like, you could have gone in there. We didn't need the after angle. We knew Ospreay was leaving. He's going to go get neck surgery. Did we need the angle? No. You wanted to get heat on the Death Riders. Okay, fine. At this point, do the Death Riders need the heat? Do they need the heat? No, they don't. It was a goofy angle. It was such a sour way to go off the air. Overall, I still found myself just in ring-wise enjoying the show, but you can still see the big misses on everything, like story-wise, and just the angles that they did were just so goofy and honestly just unnecessary, it felt like. But overall, I gave the show, like, honestly, it's just action-wise, I give it a strong, like, 9 because I enjoyed all the action all together. Overall, though, I'd probably give the show, like, maybe a 5.
Okay. So, Blaine, given all of Justin's takes, was this be a pay-per-view that you would probably buy in the future?
Probably not.
That's fair.
No, he made it sound good, but I'm just not a fan of AEW, man. It's just, I don't know. It take a lot.
I mean, it had its moments. I'm not gonna lie. From someone who doesn't watch AEW as much as the others, it had its moments, but it had its pretty bad moments too. And I'll get to mine in a second. Jordan, I'll let you start because you actually watched the show start to finish. You even watched 0 Hour from 10:30 on to when it finally ended. So you can start with the main card. I'm not going to even get to 0 Hour on this one, but you watched the show start to finish. I actually caught the show a little bit in. So what was your take? And at the end, a rating from 1 to 10.
Yeah, I think it was a pretty good show. Like seeing Edge and Christian together again, it was pretty cool. And Mercedes Moné, we already knew that she was gonna win.
Mm-hmm.
But like the main event was pretty crazy. Like Darby Allin, like he took so much shit with the fork to the ear and going through the table and all that. But no, it was a great show. So I'll give it like a 7.
Okay. All right. So I actually missed the first 2 matches. Me and my wife went eat for lunch, and I was running late. And the moment I walked into the house, I hear, and up next we have Mercedes Moné. I'm like, motherfucker. I said, why I miss this match? I said, damn it. I said, of course. I said,
in the chat, and I was like, bro, is cursed.
I was pissed. I was so mad whenever I walked to the house. I'm like, dude, I couldn't just be gone a little bit longer. I said, okay. So I'm like, okay. So do you know that saying whenever, you do nothing in the group chat or in the group project, but you still get an A? I feel like that's Mercedes in this match because Bozilla, she was a star in this match, Bozilla. Okay, Persephone, she even had her moments. Alex Windsor had a great moment. But the worst one of the match won. She stole the victory after everyone else shined. I'm like, dude. But for one, I knew she wasn't going to lose. I mean, given who else was in the match, I knew she wasn't losing. So, there's got to be someone else out there on the AEW roster, more full-time, and, not bringing in other people from other promotions, or she just won yet another title before, when they were in Scotland, I think. She won a title over there. She has 9 belts. One's not even an actual thing because it's still the Owen Hart one. That can't be defended. She's still holding it like it's still meaningful. What she got out of it was she got a title match against Toni Storm and she lost that match. Why are you still carrying that title? To make yourself look better because you're holding, different indie promotion titles that you're not getting anything out of. You're not defending these titles for one. And if you're a promotion that said, hey, I'm going to book Mercedes to win our world title that night, then you're part of the problem because she's not defending them at all. So
she probably won't show up if she knows she's losing.
No, she's gonna have to fucking FedEx these damn things to Scotland because she ain't going back to Scotland to defend it.
But it won't
Need a
show up.
little red wagon. When she comes down to the ring, she'll be dragging the wagon with the freaking titles in there.
She has 9 titles. She's probably gonna have to cut a fucking cereal box to make a belt to make 10 altogether. It's horrible, man. It's such a pathetic look for a wrestler, but people swear she's the second coming of Jesus Christ. It's so sad to see that, man. And that's my problem with her. Not that she's bad or anything. I mean, she's not great, but she's not bad either. But god damn, dude, people treat her like she's the greatest thing ever. And it's awful.
How dare you talk about the greatest woman wrestler of all time?
Shit.
The Lance Storm video of him talking about her.
Yeah.
So accurate.
It's all right. So that was only one match I covered. So yeah. All right. So ZSJ and Nigel was really good. I thought it was very good. The respect at the end was awesome. The 3-way tag match, wasn't it advertised as an elimination match and it suddenly became not an elimination match?
Yes.
That's what I was confused about when the match ended. It ended in the most confusing way possible too, because Bandito jumped over Brody King, landed on Dax Harwood. The ref started counting, but then the ref stopped counting, and in the midst of the non-count, you see Cash Wheeler jumping in to try to stop it, but he had to pause also because the ref messed up, and then it happened again, and he had to act like that he was going to jump to stop the pin again. It was the most confusing ending to a match I've seen. So I'm like, okay, well, that happened. And then if you're going to do that, at least have FTR win the titles. If you're going to pull them off the Hurt Syndicate, at least have FTR win it. But whatever. So Okada and Swerve was good. I did not know Swerve was going to be out. I think we all picked Swerve to win the title on our predictions. So, yeah. So that shows how much we knew about that. Tony Storm and Athena was good also, but I just also feel like what Justin said is also kind of a waste of the contract, being that the next match, the person didn't have to use their contract for it with MJF, which getting to that match, I thought it was also very silly. All the spots with the foot on the rope and then the ref going to stop it when MJF went to go take it off, but he counted to 3 and absolutely everyone ignored it. That he counted to 3. There was no bell rung, no nothing. But then Hangman uses the contract, hits the hell out of MJF with it, leaves it on the side of MJF. The contract looks like the Incredible Hulk punched right through it. The ref sees it and says nothing. I said, what is this? I said, this is a complete disaster for the refs.
Circus.
The refs are a disaster in AEW. I mean, you can say this and that about AEW, how it's the greatest pay-per-view, it's the greatest promotion. Oh, AEW wins again. I always see that hashtag, by the way. AEW wins again when it comes to them shit-talking WWE. I always see that hashtag. It's the stupidest thing ever. But the refs are a disaster. They are a disaster in that company. And then the main event was good also, but also to kind of piggyback what Justin was saying about the end, that absolutely nobody could get inside of the cage. When the ops came out, when Kenny, Coda, and Darby and all of them were outside the ring and outside the cage, that Marina Shafir could just hop over the cage like it's nothing, but all of them can't do anything. Come on. The spot with the gummy bears I thought was fucking stupid. I understand what they're doing to the Young Bucks. They're giving that disrespect treatment. They're coming out to Hanson. They're calling him Rod and Todd on Collision. I understand. I understand the disrespect what they're doing to them, but I just thought it was a silly spot in such a crazy extreme match. How Jordan mentioned with Darby Allin, the fork going through the ear, and was absolutely nuts. Yeah, fucking. I think got blamed like, what the fuck are they doing?
What happened?
He did.
Yeah.
Darby got stabbed in the ear with a fork.
Yeah, with a fork. They put it like through the loophole of like his ear, and like he was pulling on it.
Darby got his ear cut up during the match.
Yeah.
And the cut, and in the process of it, they duct taped Darby to a freaking chair, and Moxley walked up with a fork and just kept jamming him in the ear with the fork and twisting it around inside of his ear.
Yeah.
And it was like,
I'm glad I don't watch that bullshit.
It was nuts.
I winced. Like, it was like that freaking, like, I'm not a guy to be like turn away from hardcore stuff, but like even that right there, I just watch it and I'm like, oh God, what is wrong with that? Like, God.
The last chance of me ever watching AEW is when Moxley did that backdrop on the bed of nails. That was it. I'm never watching it again.
Yeah.
That was disgusting.
Yeah, because I had a friend over, and it was someone I grew up with, and he has not watched wrestling since we were like maybe in middle school. And he was watching that last match. He was like, dude, what the hell are they doing? I said, I don't know. I said, they do this all the time. Every pay-per-view, there's always some sort of extreme moment that's happening. I said, it's almost like they have it in their contract that they have to bleed, because with Darby, always had to jump off of something, or Moxley has to bleed in general. And the spot with Gabe Kidd and Darby was wild. I saw the tables going up. I said, Darby's going through that. I said he's 100% going through that. And he did. And yeah, they're all celebrating in the ring. I'm like, where's Darby? I'm like, oh, wait, never mind. He's probably dead outside. The show was okay. I mean, like I said, I'm not crazy about the money I spent on it because I feel like it just didn't live up to me for it. But that's just my opinion. I know that everyone else has their own opinion on it. I'll give it probably like a 7 out of 10. Like I said, it had its moments where it was good, had its moments where it wasn't as good. But still, overall, it was good. Am I going to go back and watch it? No. So, I mean, but it was okay. So that is our take on AEW. Before we get to the rest, I want to hop into the comments first. We have John from Sports For You Wrestling and Sports For You.
What's up?
What's going on? Of course, we have the OPC himself, Ivan. What's up, brother? How you doing? I think y'all are live right now, aren't y'all?
Yes,
they were live. Yeah, how about to say they are live? Yeah, shit, pulling double duty of going on and watching us. That's
a real one.
Dedication. Right, that's dedication right there, man. Got my mom tuning in. Got Jordan's mom tuning in. I got my sister tuning in, and of course, we got our guy TK tuning in as well. What's going on, TK? Appreciate you for tuning in, man. And he said, still watching the pay-per-view, just doing a quick drive-by. Yeah. So, getting to our next show, Blaine, I hope you watched this one, so you can give a little bit of a take on it. NXT Heatwave was right after. Did you watch it? Or anything of it?
I was out this weekend. I haven't watched it.
Okay. All right, but
I see highlights though.
Okay, that's good. The main card, we had Lola Vice defeated Jada Parker and Kalani Jordan to become the #1 contender for the NXT Women's Champion. Dark State defeated Hank and Tank to become the new NXT Tag Team Champions. Ash by Elegance defeated JC Jane and Masha Slamovich to become the new TNA Knockouts World Champion. Blake Monroe defeated Jordan Grace. Ethan Page and Chelsea Green defeated Tavian Heights and Tyra May Steele. And Oba Femi defeated Javon Evans to retain the NXT champion. Justin, same rules apply. Give me your take. And 1 through 10.
I love this show. I really did. Like I really enjoyed this show overall. Like triple threat match, the #1 contenders for the women's title. I was fine with any of these 3 women winning. Happy for Lola. Again, I hope they retell the story that she used the last time when she had an NXT women's championship match, which will work. It'll get people behind her, which I love. Dark State win the tag team titles. I'm a little shocked that they kind of cut Hank and Tank a little short on their run, but it seems like they kind of got some investment in Dark State, so I'm not disappointed. I like Dark State. I really do. So I'm intrigued to see what them holding the titles is going to be like. Will they get the Freebird rule where they can swap between members? You never know. I think that would actually be a smart idea to go with that. Ash by Elegance winning the Knockouts title. That, to me, I didn't find disappointing in the long run because right now, JC holding the title to me still did nothing. It really did nothing for me because, again, I wish they had given us more reason to want to be convinced on JC Jane, because it's still that situation to me with her, like they did with Mandy Rose. When they brought her back to NXT, it was that whole thing of, well, give me a reason to care. Give me a reason to be invested in Mandy Rose. And they never really did that. They just strapped the rocket pack to her, sent her to the top, kept her at the top. And everyone's just like, okay, but you still didn't get me hooked on that. You still didn't give me a reason as to why I should care about that. But they just kept pushing her like crazy. Same thing that kind of what happened with JC. Like, we strapped 2 women's championships on her, and you're not really invested in JC Jane. Like, I'm still stunned about her beating Stephanie Vaquer. Like, I still don't get why she was the one to do it. But honestly, I'll say Ash did a good job in this matchup. I really do. I think she did a very good job. I've never been a big Dana Brooke person, but honestly, since she's gone over to TNA and she's become Ash by Elegance, and you got the whole Elegance brand with her, Heather and M, and the concierge, I think it's working. It's worked better than I thought it was going to. And I know she just recently had a Knockouts title match on TNA. She didn't win it, clearly, but they saved it for a pay-per-view, which honestly, I'm not disappointed. So I'm with this. So TNA gets their Knockouts title back. That's awesome. That's a good start. Blake and Jordan, great match. Enjoyed this. I enjoyed this grudge match between these 2 women. It was a little obvious that Blake was going to win, but I like what they did here. I like what the whole exposed turnbuckle spot when they did that whole thing. I think that was fantastic. The way it happened where Jordan has her up and she rips the turnbuckle off. And in the process of doing that, they don't go right to the turnbuckle spot. There's a big gap in the match where it just keeps going and going. And then the turnbuckle comes into play and you go, oh shit, I completely forgot she exposed the turnbuckle. Damn. So I like what they did there. That was great. Ethan and Chelsea versus Tavion and Tyra May. Now, I'm still not fully into Tyra May Steele. I like Tavion Heights. I really do. Ethan Page as well. Chelsea Green. Awesome. I actually really like the pairing of Ethan and Chelsea. I think it's a very interesting pairing. It's hysterical. Tavion, I'm intrigued to find out what he's going to do on his own now that he's away from NQCC. But this matchup, to be honest with everybody, was very forgettable. Like, it was very just there. Like, this could have been done. This felt very like it could have just been done on NXT, not on Heatwave to me. Right. So, but the main event, outstanding. Javon did a fantastic job. Oba looks like a killer. That ending was amazing. How he just throws Javon out of the ring, through the announce table, throws him right back in, puts him down. That's it. They gave Javon his hope spots. I'm happy with that. I wish they'd have just put the title on him. I do. Like, it's kind of come down to, you've done this multiple times with Javon. You put him in multiple NXT championship matches. He has yet to actually get the job done. You keep telling the story of people interacting with Javon and telling him he's a kid. He's not in that position. He's not ready to be in that position. But yet he goes out there, shows out, and has these moments where everyone's like, yes, it's going to happen. Yes, it's going to happen. Yes, it's going to happen. It doesn't happen. My fear is that they're going to keep doing that too much to the point where everyone's going to eventually just believe that Javon's never going to get it done. And I don't like that. I'm nervous about that. And I don't want them to do that kind of stuff. They should have put him, this should have been the night. Unless you have a bigger moment where he's going to do it, I'm afraid they're going to overdo it to the point where people are not going to be invested in it. And that's my concern about it. But he had a hell of a performance in this. It's starting to come down. And if you don't do Javon, who's going to be Oba? Will Oba just relinquish the title when he goes up? And then we go from there. I hope Javon is the one to do it. I really do. They have the story. The story's been continuing. Make it happen. Javon should be the one to do it. I enjoyed the show, though, overall. NXT did a fantastic job. I gave it a 9. Like, even with the forgettable Chelsea-Ethan tag match, it was such an enjoyable show overall. I gave it a strong 9.
So that was my next question. Whenever you kind of just answered yourself with this one, I'm like, if Ricky's not the one to do it, because I'm assuming Ricky Oba is next with the stare down at the end of the show. If Ricky's not the one to do it, do you still think Javon is the guy to do it, or do you think they pull like the Asuka treatment and have him go to the main roster, have him just relinquish it?
I have said that multiple times that I think, like if you've seen on NXT, I do have a feeling that they might have him hold. There's that side of me that thinks that he's going to just basically hold it until they call him up. He's going to relinquish the title and go from there. Okay. But I think that there's that one half that just says, put it on Javon. You're telling that story of him getting all these people to say, you're a kid, you're not ready to be in that spot, you shouldn't be in this spot. And he keeps going out there and putting on these amazing performances and almost gets the job done, but it gets swept out from underneath him. I think that moment of him actually getting it done is going to be massive. Crowd will lose their minds. And I do think Javon should be the one when Oba loses the title. Oba should lose the title to him because he's had multiple interactions with Oba. Oba's been the one. Like he's another one who's been saying it. You're a kid. You're not ready for this. If Javon can prove to him, and then Oba gives him that rub before he gets called up, that's a hell of a way to go about it. So I think they should do Javon.
Okay. So Blaine, since you didn't watch the show, but you still saw highlights, is there anything you'd like to offer on the NXT front? And from what you did see?
That was a lot to unpack right there from Justin, but it was a lot of, from what I saw, it was a lot of good matches. I was shocked. I won't say shocked, but I guess I would say I was shocked that Ash got the TNA title. I thought JC was going to keep it for a little while longer, but I'm happy for them. They got their own title right now, so hopefully they can do something with it. And as far as you were saying about Javon, I was hoping that would have been the night. I'm a big Javon guy. I think Oba needed to drop it soon so he can make his debut. I don't think there's nothing left really for him in NXT. So I just think that just let it get it done now, actually. But other than that, I think the rest of the show was a good show from what I saw.
Okay. Jordan?
Yeah, with Lola Vice and them, yeah, that was a great match. Dort State, it was awesome. I know your brother was happy for that.
Oh, he's a big who is it? Cutler James. He's a big LFG guy, Ryan. So he was happy to see Tyra May still see Cutler James. So yeah, he was really happy to see Dark State win.
We all called that match. We all called that they was gonna win that match too.
Yeah, we did.
Yeah, with Ash, yeah, I'm happy for her. JC Jane wasn't doing nothing with the title. Blake Monroe, I think we all knew that she was gonna win this match. Ethan Page, like Justin said, it was for gettable.
It was.
And,
I mean,
yeah, and Javon Evans. I think I hope that he gets the title soon.
Same here. What would you give out of 10, Jordan?
I'll give it a 9.
Okay. The first match was really good. I think we all kind of were heading more towards the Jada Parker side on this one. I was surprised they didn't do anything with it, but I mean Lola was kind of in the same boat. I mean, she wasn't really getting her due either. So if it was one of them, I was happy it was Lola. Dark State, I kind of saw that coming. They're not being treated by the fans as like really those serious characters, but I see them kind of like the second coming of the Shield. I mean, they kind of give me that same sort of look. The way they come down from the crowd, attack at any moment. That kind of gives me just how the Shield was. During the knockouts match, I was actually texting my brother, and I'm like, I said, Asher. She really serves no purpose being in this match. What is she doing? Then all of a sudden it was in. I'm like, holy fuck, she won. Wow. I didn't expect that. I was thinking JC or Masha was winning this. I said Ash is in there to eat the pin. And she won, and that surprised the hell out of me. But I mean, it's also cool for her to win. I mean, she did not get respected whatsoever when she was Dana Brooke in WWE. Now she goes to TNA. She's reinventing herself, and I gotta say the gimmick fits. And yeah, I mean, I'm really happy she won it. So Blake Monroe and Jordan Grace was good. A lot of people criticizing Jordan for going to NXT. She's like, oh, she's losing a bunch. Oh, she's doing this. They're not respecting her there. I think she's going to the main roster soon, anyways. So I think Blake needed us more over Jordan Grace. Ethan Page and Chelsea Green and Tavian Heights, Tyra May Still. I can agree with all of y'all. Forgettable. I don't think it was fantastic at all. They were cheering more for Ethan and Chelsea, anyways. They were in Massachusetts, so they were cheering for Canada the whole time, and they even had to get Ethan on the mic to tell him, to stop cheering because they're not giving him citizenship and all that. And then Oba Femi and Javon Evans, I thought exactly what y'all thought, that it was the time for Javon Evans to win it. But then Oba Femi just absolutely tossing him out the ring onto the announcer's table and going right out there, picking him back up and putting him back in the ring to win. I thought that was complete dominance. I mean, that's something you don't see from a lot of superstars now, just that complete dominance that Oba had in that match. But I thought Javon was going to win it. And it was pretty much a false finish as well. Just like the MJF Hangman match. It was a 3 count, but the feet were under the rope. But what NXT did better than AEW was they addressed it right away. There was a second referee there, caught it, and they discussed it, and they had the match go on. It wasn't no nonsense that the ref just passed back out and then all of a sudden came back to life when MJF tried to put his foot off of it. But I thought it was really good. I think Javon is still the one to take it off of him. No disrespect to Ricky at all. I would love Ricky to get it, but I mean, Javon's been working for a while to get this, and I think sooner or later it should be him to do it. But I don't know if he's going to do it by beating Oba Femi. I think the Asuka treatment comes in. He goes to the main roster and he has to relinquish it. And they do what they do best, and they do tournaments, and Javon Evans is the one to do it. Now, speaking of tournaments, I was going to ask all of y'all what y'all thought about it. Speed is coming to NXT, WWE Speed, with the men's and women's. Sol Ruca is the women's, and I still believe El Grande Americano is the men's. So start with Justin, moving all around. What do y'all think about that? Them canceling Speed and moving it to NXT.
I don't like it. I don't really care for Speed, honestly. I think it's a kind of goofy concept, like 3-minute matches, really. Like, the thing is, you get matches that you see and you go, I want this more than 3 minutes. So why the hell should I care about to see it for 3 minutes? And that's all you're going to give me. And it's almost, in a way, kind of insulting with the women's one, because look at all the times that we would go online and see all the stuff of give the women more time, but let's introduce a Speed championship that only goes 3 minutes. Like, that's almost slightly insulting in a way. So yeah. I've never been big on it. I'm not really excited for it to end up in NXT. I just wish it would have gone away completely, to be honest with you. So,
Bye.
I don't care for it as well. But I would say this: Sol Ruca can still take my soul though.
Match my souls. Do whatever you want to do. Soul.
Oh yeah, she can do whatever. But other than that, I don't care for it. It also reminds me of just a longer version of the 24/7 championship.
Yeah,
it kind of reminds me of that. It just is a little longer match. I don't know. It just I don't care for it.
Jordan?
Yeah, I don't care for it either. Like Justin said, that 3 minutes is the match. I want it longer than that, but
still don't understand it. Doesn't make sense with that. Don't touch my soul. You don't have a soul, though. It doesn't make sense.
Yeah, I also don't care for it either. I heard the announcement. I'm like, nah. I mean, they already have enough titles. They don't need more. Why are they doing this? Makes no sense. But I'll also give NXT, I'll give it an 8.5 out of 10. I thought it was a really good show. So let's get to the reason why we're mainly here, and that is Clash in Paris happening this weekend on Sunday, August 31st. What time is it airing again? Looks like
2 p.m. Eastern.
Yeah, 2 Eastern. I just saw the post. Yeah, 2 Eastern. So that'll be 1 o'clock for us. So we'll hop into our first match, and I will start. Let's see what order I got them in. I forgot. Okay, we're going to start off with the good old-fashioned Donnybrook match. I had to actually look to see what the hell this match even meant. But it's basically it's basically just a hardcore match with like different types like Irish like weapons, like the shillelagh, the Irish brandy. What the hell is that? And all the wood barrels of the Irish brandy, the shillelaghs are made available at ringside.
Gotcha.
They apparently had
They
had a match
set up and everything.
Yeah, they had a match like this at Extreme Rules, the 2022 Extreme Rules with the Brawling Brutes and Imperium.
Yeah, I remember that.
Okay,
it was great.
Okay, yeah. So I actually had to look to see what this match actually was before I actually brought it up. But we got Sheamus and Rusev. They have been going head to head on Raw quite often. They've been brawling backstage. Who's getting this one, Justin?
I got Sheamus. I don't know. There's just something about since Rusev's come back, it doesn't feel like they're backing Rusev very much. So I do think like Sheamus is kind of feeling like he's just kind of on his around, kind of getting close to like his last run kind of situation. So you might as well start just piling up some wins for him. So I do think Sheamus gets it here.
All right, Blaine.
I honestly don't care who wins. This is going to be a fight. Actually, it's going to be a fight. I like to see it. But if you ask me who I think going to win, I think it's going to be Sheamus. Like Justin said, I don't think they're really doing that with Rusev just yet. I don't think they found that feud to get him over just yet. But I think it's coming. But for now, I'm going with Sheamus.
All right, Jordan.
Yeah, I'm going with Sheamus.
Man, I'm the only one going Rusev. Wow. I thought it was gonna be the other way around. I thought everyone was picking Rusev in this one. Wow. But no, I mean Rusev. I mean,
give it to my uncle.
Uncle Shamo.
That's great. But no, Rusev. I mean, I feel like this is the perfect opportunity to turn him back into what he was when he debuted. That dominant, never losing type of superstar, and I think this is the perfect match to do it. Sheamus, like Justin said, is kind of nearing, or getting a little closer to that end. I wouldn't say he's nearing it just yet, but I'll say maybe getting a little closer. But I think if anyone is in need of this win, I think it's Rusev. If you're gonna keep him longer, if you're gonna actually have the faith to bring him back, not really do nothing with him yet. I'm a little surprised by that, but if you're gonna bring him back for a second run and for one, you got to do something with him. And I think you have to have him win this match. So I'm going with Rusev, but it could go either way. Then we're going into the most recent made match that was just made on Raw earlier today for the Women's Intercontinental Champion, Becky Lynch versus Nikki Bella. Justin?
This is a matchup I just don't care about. Like, honestly, the build's been bad. The promos are just
awful,
cringy as hell, to be honest with you. Like bringing up there's been a few like hit and miss moments, like when it comes down to it. Like earlier with the Raw episode, like Nikki had a line where I swear if she'd have just stopped, and then there's a part where she should have just stopped and left it and let it sink in. But of course she ruined it when she was like, you cheat, you're cheap, and you're another C word. And at that point, why didn't she just leave it? She should have just left it at that. But then she goes, you're a coward. And I'm like, God damn it, Nikki. All you had to do was leave it at that. And then everybody else could have just sat there and let that process and been like, oh, she called her that. But no, you ruined it by doing it. Like, these promos have been so bad, and I have not enjoyed it. And genuinely, like, I think Becky's done a good job with in a way elevating the Intercontinental title, but I still don't think this is what the Intercontinental title should be involved with. The Intercontinental title should be for those women that are either not like you want to elevate up to the main championship scene, or the women that are not, you just do not think are going to go into that scene and are just, are just going to basically float around in the mid card, not the already established main eventers and women's championship contenders. But I like what she's doing for the most part. It's kind of helped a little bit. It hasn't really done good for Lyra, because look what it's done for Lyra. Lyra is basically now doing nothing.
They buried her.
Right.
But I think Becky retains. I don't think you put it on Nikki Bella, honestly. It's just, I just wish I cared about this feud and this matchup.
Yep. All right, Blaine.
For me, I think I'm gonna go the other way. I think Nikki Bella is going to pin Becky Hogan and take the title from her. Like you said, the promos it's sucky, but I just think they're going to take the belt off her just to give it back to her in a couple months.
All right, Jordan.
Yeah, I'm going Becky.
Yeah, I'm also going Becky. The promos between the two are very cringy. I think they put the wrong intercontinental title on the pay-per-view. They should have did Dom and AJ and maybe had Becky and Nikki on the Raw after, but they're going to complain, oh, there's no women's matches. Then, oh, well, doesn't matter. I think the better story is AJ and Dom, because that's when AJ is going to take it off of him, and then that's when Dom's going to win the AAA title. I mean, the story writes itself, but the promos are awful. I don't even think Becky's fantastic on the mic. I mean, and that's saying a lot right there. The whole feud's been horrible. I hope this is a one and done, and Becky retains.
Becky Hogan.
Exactly. So we got a match that a lot of people are complaining about, being that this guy's in his final run, and this is who they're giving to him next. John Cena and Logan Paul. But the people got to realize, John Cena is, kind of handpicking his guys from now on in his final run, and maybe he actually wants to work with Logan Paul. So yeah, don't complain about it. But Justin, who you got, man?
I got Cena. Honestly, I just think that this has been other than that one promo that they literally had on, I believe it was SmackDown, they honestly have really had no build, no nothing. Like Logan's not there, Cena's not there. So how the hell do you build this? You get one interaction between the two of them, and Cena cuts probably one of the best promos he's cut, where not only does he basically just 100% just go full force on Logan Paul, at least he put him over in the process beforehand. But it was such a damn good promo that it was like, this is the Cena that we all love. This is the Cena that we know that we can expect. We know he's going to rip into you, but he knows how to at least enhance you in a way at the same time, which I like. It's not like how he did with Austin Theory, where that was just straight up destruction. And like he did to Roman Reigns, that was just straight up ripping him apart. This was something where it was like he knows Logan is good, because I'll even say I don't give a damn about Logan Paul as a person. I think he's an absolute scum. But as a wrestler, I will never take that away from him. His in-ring prowess is amazing. The stuff that he can do in the ring is insane. But there's always that 50-50 kind of like nonsense when it comes to Logan Paul. But I like what Cena did there for that promo. I just don't see Cena losing this.
All right, Blaine.
I'm kind of agreeing with him. I don't see Cena losing anymore on this farewell tour, except when you get to Brock Lesnar. I think he dropped that match. But like you said earlier, John Cena's handpicking his opponents from here on out. So if they match him up with this, he wanted this. So fans can't just be mad about that.
True.
All right, Jordan.
Yeah, I'm going John Cena.
Yeah, I'm going Cena as well. I don't see him losing really. Like Blaine was saying, maybe until Lesnar or maybe whoever his
last match.
Yeah, to the last match. Whoever his last person is, I think that's whenever he loses. And if you're gonna make his last match be Lesnar, then obviously that's when he loses. But here on out, up until that last match of Saturday night's main event, no, I don't see him losing at all. Then we got Roman Reigns against the Tribal Thief, Bronson Reed. Justin,
I love this feud. I'm loving this build so far. It is so enjoyable. Like Bronson Reed being the Tribal Thief is the funniest thing ever. Now that he's got a shirt that says that, which is hilarious. Like I keep making fun of it every time I see it. I'm like, man, there goes another pair of Tribal Air Force Ones. And I'm like, that is hysterical that keeps happening. Like he tried to steal them earlier on Monday Night Raw. Again, that was hilarious. I love the build, honestly. It's been very good. Heyman did a great job helping with Bronson Reed. Bronson Reed actually does a pretty damn good job at talking as well. Mm-hmm. He's looked pretty damn dominant, the way he keeps beating up Roman and taking his shoes. Like, that's pretty fucking funny. See, I want to say that Bronson should win this. Like, if Roman is on the verge of leaving to go film a movie, why not put Bronson Reed over? But we got to wonder, when is the possibility of getting Braun Breaker and Roman Reigns one-on-one? That should result in technically Braun Breaker beating Roman Reigns. And I don't think you're going to do back-to-back Roman losses when that comes around. So I think Roman wins this one here.
All right, Blaine.
I'm going Roman as well. It's just the whole build-up. He's just been squashed by all of them. So I don't think he's gonna get squashed in the build-up and then lose in the go-home match. So I think Roman takes this one.
Yeah, I'm going Roman too. Roman.
Yeah, I'm going Roman as well. Just the possibility of him facing Braun Breaker maybe next. I think if one of the two is going to beat Roman, it's got to be Breaker, who obviously is the bigger star out of the two. But I think Bronson Reed's going to give him a good fight. I mean, this is going to be one of those ones that you see like, I think he has a legitimate chance of beating Roman. But that last second, Roman's going to come out with that spear, and he's going to win this match. But I do see Braun Breaker, him going potentially next, and that's when Breaker beats him. And that's when we see how much bigger of a star he is than actually what we think he is now.
Then you probably see a build-up between him and Seth Rollins, because Seth couldn't beat him, so stuff like that. I don't know.
Yeah, I think Breaker beating Reigns is going to be that. It's going to be a kind of like friction between division.
Yeah, that's why.
And so Seth is going to be like, Bronson couldn't do it, but Breaker could. That's going to cause a little friction between the two, and it's Seth that's going to get mad at Breaker. So yeah, I can definitely see that, Blaine, for sure. Being the route they go. Division's not going to stay together forever.
Thing, basically, if you think about it.
Yeah.
Say that again.
Yeah.
Say that again.
It could be like an evolution type thing where Batista was the breakout guy right there. This is Braun Breaker eventually breaking away from the Vision. That's how you do it. Yeah, I think that could be like kind of situation in that.
I agree with that.
And then we got our main event, a fatal four-way for the World Heavyweight Champion. We have the champion Seth Rollins taking on CM Punk, Jey Uso, and LA Knight. All right, Justin, who's winning it?
It's kind of super obvious. Seth retains. Like, I think the long-term thing is Punk eventually getting to WrestleMania, challenging Seth Rollins. You're going to keep him chasing. Knight, I feel bad. Guy has basically just been thrown in these championship matches, always destined to lose, it feels like. We know Jey Uso just had his run. I don't know if he'll ever get another world championship run. If he does, it'll be some time beforehand. Like, other than that, it's just super predictable. Seth retains.
All right, Blaine.
Well, I learned after SummerSlam never to go against whatever Justin said about Seth Rollins. I honestly think Seth will retain, but I'm also hoping for a curveball. I hope they give the strap to LA Knight.
That'd be nice, honestly.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, Seth retains.
Yeah, I also think Seth retains. You know, he just came back at SummerSlam to fake injury. I don't see him losing into the next PLE. I don't see that happening whatsoever. But it was kind of nice on Raw today to see them all four finally go at each other. Like we never really seen it yet. I mean, we've seen CM Punk and LA Knight go at it like nothing, but we really never seen Jey Uso really play a part in any of this. And he finally gave a super kick to LA Knight and then gave one to CM Punk to end the show. So that was a good way to end a go-home show for a PLE. Now, I asked this for every pay-per-view or PLE. Starting with Justin, what is your hype level for Clash in Paris so far?
Honestly, just a very... It almost feels rushed and thrown together. Like, it felt like you had this show on the calendar, but you waited so late to start putting stuff together. You know, we literally are not getting the Stephanie Vaquer match because of nonsense, which I'm sorry, that stupid reasoning on Monday Night Raw that we got of just, I'm going to find you an opponent. I'm going to find you an opponent. It just made sense to literally, you could have kept the match up, Stephanie getting her opportunity at the world title by just doing her versus the woman that literally was about to get a world championship match before Naomi ended up going out with pregnancy. Her and Io, one-on-one. Like, that is your way to do it. It would have been perfect. But no, you are going to drag it out and try to find an opponent that makes sense. And if you go through with it eventually as Io and Stephanie anyway, what was the point of dragging it out? I don't get that. It just doesn't make any sense why they postponed it so late. Just like I said, thrown together. Feels very rushed. Probably about a 4.5 for the most part. That's how excited it is. It just feels very thrown together, shit thrown at the wall, and hoping it sticks.
All right, Blaine.
Say that again. I'm sorry. What was the question?
The hype level for Clash of Paris is.
In my opinion, I think the hype level, I give it about a 7. Other than the Fatal 4-Way, and not really too many matches that I'm like excited about. I was hoping they would have more matches than what they got. What it was like 4 or 5.
5. That's it.
Just 5. Yeah.
Yeah, I was hoping it was maybe go up to like 7 or whatever. Get some more feuds on it, but it is what it is. But I think it's gonna be a 7.
Hi, Jordan.
I'll give it a 6.
I'll give it a 5, but being that it's an international crowd, I'll bump it up 2 spots to a 7. I think the international crowd is going to save it. I think anyone's going to get a pop. I mean, anyone that gets crickets in the U.S. is going to get like an Austin level pop in France. So just because of that alone, I think it's going to bump it up a little bit. But
I'm
yeah,
waiting to see that Jey Uso entrance. The last time he was out there with that entrance, it was crazy.
Oh, that's gonna be wild. And this time is for a world title. So
yeah,
he's gonna get a great pop, great entrance. That's gonna be fantastic.
Yeah.
But I also agree with Justin. It feels very, very poorly put together, very rushed. And there's a couple stories going into this with like Reigns against Division. The Fatal 4-Way doesn't have much of a story behind it. It's just guys being put in.
That all hate Seth Rollins.
Yeah.
I mean, and for one, we know how it's going to start. It's all 3 of them are going to surround Seth Rollins and it's going to beat his ass. That's exactly how it's starting. But then they're all going to see each other and just go after each other. I mean, like we know how these matches go. So that's exactly how it's starting. But the rest of it doesn't really do much for me. Sheamus and Rusev, they went at it for weeks. They go at it backstage, but Becky and Nikki it hasn't been great. Cena and Logan Paul did not much of a build going into this, so Yeah, I mean, just the stories alone, because it not being as big.
Uh-oh.
Oh,
Um,
I can't believe he froze.
Oh,
There
there
we
I
go.
am.
Oh, there you go.
Motherfucker.
Yeah.
This is the second time this has ever happened. I moved into this house, so hopefully this is not something very often.
But I got a question for y'all.
Yeah.
Who eats the pin in the main event?
Hate to say it, LA Knight.
LA Knight.
I don't know.
If it's not him, then it's gonna be Jay. Hey, it's not gonna be Punk, and obviously it's not Rollins because Rollins is winning.
Gotcha.
So yeah. All right, well, that will do it for this live stream edition of the World Elite Podcast. I want to thank everyone for joining. If you watched on YouTube, make sure to smash that like button, that subscribe button if you haven't done so already. Justin, where can we find you on social media?
You can find me on Instagram, Facebook, X, Threads, anywhere at JustinTime211.
All right, Blaine.
You can find me on X at Twitter or whatever you want to call it at B_Arsenal_. I'm on there just about all day, every day.
Nice.
Yes.
All right, Jordan.
You can find me on Twitter at Jordan_J2000.
That's right. You can find me at Dylan_Aber_. You can find the podcast at World Elite Pod, Instagram at World Elite Pod, Facebook World Elite Podcast. Our audios are available on all platforms. Just go search wherever you listen, and we're there. Our merchandise is available in the description, as well as our sponsorships and affiliates.
Checked that out.
Yeah, there we go. You finally got it, huh?
Hey.
I finally looked at it. That shit is high.
It is. It is very high. I'm more than likely I'm going to look for a different distributor because to where you can actually customize your prices, because that is fucking ridiculous.
Yeah.
They charge an ass load just for stuff like that. Mm-mm.
Oh, jeez.
Oh yeah, it's horrible. But yeah, we also have sponsorships and affiliates also in the description of the video. Go and check that out as well. But that will do it for this live stream edition of the podcast. We hope everyone enjoys their week of wrestling, NXT, Dynamite, TNA, SmackDown, Collision, and then, of course, Clash in Paris this Sunday from Paris, France. So I hope everyone enjoys that. But that will do it. And we will see you all next week. Same time, same place, Monday, 6 p.m. Central, Facebook and YouTube. And y'all have a good day.